Have you ever felt alone, even when the whole world was at your fingertips? I spent hours searching for connection. But the more I searched, the more I realized happiness was never inside the screen. Right now, millions of people are surrounded by others. They have followers, friends, coworkers, family, yet they've never felt more alone. Not because nobody is around them. The more I realized happiness was never inside the screen. And while the world talks about productivity, money, success, and status, a silent epidemic is spreading faster than ever before. Loneliness. Not the kind that comes from being alone. The kind that exists even when you're surrounded by people. And if you're watching this, there's a good chance you felt it too. A few decades ago, life was different. People spent their time in real communities. Neighbors knew each other, friendships were stronger, and human connection came naturally. Families gathered around the same table every day. Meals were more than food. They were moments of laughter, stories, and genuine connection. Today, we have thousands of connections online. Yet many people feel more disconnected than ever before. Hours disappear as we stare at our screens. Late at night, scrolling becomes a habit that slowly replaces real interaction. One post becomes another. One video becomes 10. Endless content keeps our attention while real life quietly slips away. The result is loneliness. Not always visible, but deeply felt. Many people are surrounded by technology, yet emotionally alone. Notifications never stop. Messages, likes, comments, and alerts compete for our attention every second of the day. Technology was designed to connect us, but sometimes it feels like we're trapped inside the very devices we depend on. Yet there is another path. Real happiness is found in experiences, relationships, and the world beyond the screen. Change begins with a simple decision. Put the phone down. Give yourself space to think, breathe, and live. Use technology as a tool, not as a substitute for life. Create, learn, build, and grow with intention. Entertainment isn't the problem, but when it replaces reality, it can slowly consume our time, energy, and relationships. Your best memories will never come from a screen. They will come from the people you love, the moments you share, and the life you choose to live. Disconnect from the screen. Reconnect with life. The human brain was never designed for this world. For thousands of years, our survival depended on belonging. Being accepted by a tribe meant safety. Being isolated meant danger. That instinct still exists today, but modern life creates a strange contradiction. We're more connected digitally, yet more disconnected emotionally. Social media shows us everyone's highlights. Their success, their relationships, their vacations, their achievements. And without realizing it, we begin comparing our everyday lives to everyone else's best moments. The result? We feel behind. We feel unseen. We feel alone. Loneliness doesn't just affect your emotions. It quietly affects everything. Your focus, your confidence, and even your motivation to keep moving forward. It even affects your health in ways most people never notice. When people feel disconnected from others, they often stop taking care of themselves without even realizing it. Little by little, they begin to lose their sense of purpose. The goals that once inspired them start feeling distant and impossible. Not because they're lazy, not because they don't care, but because every human being needs something deeper, meaning. And for most people, that meaning comes through genuine human connection. That's why even some of the most successful people in the world still feel empty inside. Because achievement and connection are not the same thing. You can look successful in public, you can impress everyone around you, and still suffer in private when the applause disappears. The solution isn't getting more followers, more likes, or more notifications. It's something much simpler. Start having real conversations, call someone instead of texting. Spend time with people who challenge you to grow. Be vulnerable, be honest, be present. And most importantly, learn to become comfortable with your own company. Because solitude and loneliness are not the same thing. Loneliness is feeling disconnected. Solitude is choosing growth. The strongest people aren't those who never feel alone. They're the ones who learn how to use that time to become stronger. Growth begins when distraction ends. The truth is, the silent epidemic isn't loneliness itself. It's pretending you're fine when you're not. Because healing begins the moment you acknowledge what you're feeling. So if you've ever felt alone, you're not the only one. And you're definitely not weak. You're human. The question is, will you continue escaping the feeling? Or finally face it? Because the moment you stop running from loneliness is the moment you start understanding yourself.